Hi guys, Raindell here. The current raid is pretty easy if you have King Mont, from what I've understood. You could just throw him in there and he'll solo it for you. But for people who don't have King Mont, I actually had a tough time setting up a team that would clear it in auto reliably. And so I figure a lot of you guys would probably benefit from seeing what I use. And obviously it's not a cheap team. I'm using maxed out vision cards on those guys. I'm using 3 EX units, one of which is a premium double cost unit, but 2 of them are free, and then Rain is only 99. So I feel like it might be reachable for you guys. And as you'll see when we do the run, we actually have some leeway in terms of turns. So even if you don't have those units at those levels or all those TMRs, you might be able to make it work. So let's take a look at our team comp first. I'll show you abilities on, off, and whatnot, and then we can go and show you how it actually runs. First character is 9S. He's pretty important because he gives bonus points, first of all, and then he has multi-hit slashing attacks. So in terms of abilities on, off, well, this is on, this is off, hacking is off because it has too much range. Cyclonic Spear Shot off because we want him to use the Astrologer's AoE attack, which reduces defense. Then Assault Field is also off. And the Nightblade job, double resist is off, and everything else is on. So we're relying in terms of damage on Stun Blade, Spinning Slash, and mainly Drain Rush. These are our main moves. 9S has Ifrit for the stop resistance, and then he's our Bells user on our team. So that is our 9S. Then Rain is there for multi-hit slash attacks mainly. He's a way to build chain and also deals some decent damage with them. As 8 Knight of Grandsheld, I disabled Fire and Firaga because they have too much range and he would not buff in the first turn. Then I've also turned off Blazing Physique because not very useful in this fight. Astral Guard is on, so he has an ability to use if he's not in range to attack the enemy. But otherwise, we want him to use a buff TMR. In our case, we're using Miranda's TMR because that gives slash attack up to everybody on our team. But we could use something else, possibly Miranda's TMR to give attack and magic. Whatever you feel is useful and whatever you have access to will fit there. Then third character is Tidus. He is there to deal high damage. He's a very high damage slash attacker, and I know a lot of players have him at high level, so it's a good character to use in there. So he's in his main job. I turned off Hasteca, so he uses Cheer, because Hasteca doesn't really provide much in a raid, right? You might build bigger chains on the boss, but you'll also use up your turns quicker, whereas Cheer gives you more attack on every one of your hits. So I feel like that provides more value, or at least in my tests in these runs, it did. Then all his other abilities are on. And in his Paladin job, we have turned Saintly Wall off, otherwise he would use that. Saintly Healing is also off, and his other abilities, Divine Grace is off. So that's it for abilities on, off. And then his own TMR he doesn't really use. What we want him to do is use Cheer and then attack for the rest of the fight, and he does a pretty good job at that. Then finally, we have Gilgamesh. I am putting the Old One Apron on him. Otherwise, if you don't have that, put a TMR with an ability that has a very high cost, or disable the TMR ability altogether so he uses his own barrier. That way he'll still generate a lot of AP, which is the point. I'm running him as a soldier. And then I've turned off Self-Haste. I've turned... I think that's all I have off. Yeah. I think I've turned off Excalibur Vorpal as well, just because I wanted him to focus on Kotetsu over anything else. And then if he doesn't have a lot of AP or wants to use a cheaper attack, he has access to Hazard Slash, which only costs 17 AP. So he can use abilities quite frequently. And that's the way we turn his abilities on, off. So that's it. Vision cards, you could potentially do better, but we have attack, AP generation, extra agility, extra slash attack and accuracy to make sure nobody misses. I also don't have Echoing Screams maxed, otherwise I would swap it out there. And then the last slot we're using Ice Killer MR Vision card, which gives 20 Ice Eater to everybody, so that's pretty good. It also gives more agility, and as you'll see, it's pretty important that Gilgamesh goes before Tidus in our setup. So that's the team, let's go in a fight, and then I'll show you how that works. Alright, here we are. So it begins. I'll just turn auto. You can tell I'm doing that on my phone usually, not on the emulator. So Cheer is cast on everybody. That's pretty good. Then 9S uses Revitalize, moves forward. Then Rain uses extra slash attack on everybody. So now, in terms of offensive power, we have everything we need. Gilgamesh will then move a little bit forward and use Katetsu on those guys, which is pretty good. There is a variance in our team where sometimes he will kill the other wolf, but that's not a big deal. Our team still ends up winning when he does that. Then Armor Piercer, which is why I turned the Cyclonic attack, because I want him to prioritize the defense down ability. At that point, Gilgamesh uses Hard Slash, Tidus generates AP, and since we have acquired AP up on everybody from a vision card, he generates 30 something, so he's good to go for a while. Then pretty good damage on 9S, and with the agility our 9S has, he will be able to act again before the boss, and that's pretty important. That's why we clear it with so many actions left. So with that, we win, and we still have 6 actions left, which is pretty impressive. That is why I think the setup gives some leeway if you don't have as much stats as what my team has. So that's it, guys. I don't want to take this too long, just showing you how I'm running it right now. I'm pretty happy I managed to have a team that can do it 100%, both with bonus unit and then without King Mont. If you need help or want me to theory craft what you have available, just comment your team and I'll try to use whatever insight I can. Or you can join the Discord that I have. A lot of players have been helping me build my run when we were just chatting about how to do that. So we might be able to help other players as well. So on that note, thank you so much for your time. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and then have a great rest of your day.